2-1 misses low. 3 balls and a strike. Lumen's quickly ready to wind up the pitch. That one swung on and chopped over to second. Pick made, fired over to first to Langley. 1 away. One away will bring up Tyler Thompson, the left fielder. Beautiful night for baseball here at Wildwood as the first offering to Thompson is chopped foul down the third base line. 0-1. Lumen's working from ahead here. Into the windup. Here it is. Fastball's in there for a strike. 0-2, way ahead. As Lumen shouldn't offer anything too pretty here. The 0-2 swung on, hit sharply to third. Picked over there by Stout, fire over to Langley. 2 away. So nobody on and 2 down for Adam Grambo.
Third baseman, number 1, Adam Grambo.
The right-handed stick steps in and awaits the first delivery from Lumens. There it is, swung on and fouled back to the screen. He's behind 0-1. Lumens working at a pretty hefty pace here, a la Mitch Gardner almost. Very deliberate and to the point as that fastball misses off the outside corner. Count even up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 swung on, lifted foul over the grandstand here at Wildwood into the parking lot. A ball and 2 strikes to Adam Grambo. The 1-2. That one fouled on the third baseline. Out of the reach of Menasha's third base coach. He eventually tracks it down. Lumen shakes off Evans and then decides to deliver this one chopped again over to third. Stelt's going to have to charge it. Fires to first. In time, and that'll do it. A clean 1-2-3 inning for Derek Lumens. We head to the bottom of the first. The score, Menasha 0. Sheboygan headed to bat. You are listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball right here on Ustream. Bottom of the first inning here in Sheboygan. We are scoreless as Sheboygan will get their first crack at Eric Zuberbier. Zuberbier, the right-hander, towing the rubber for the Max this evening. First man in against him will be Greg Rude, the shortstop. Rude, the lefty, awaits the first pitch. It's a bender, swung on and chopped down the first base line. The play will easily be made over there by Randerson. One pitch, one out. So here comes Luke Maldonado, the second baseman.
Maldonado.
This is game number 54 for Maldonado. This is also plate appearance 173 for him. Hitting 273 on the year with 8 doubles. And the first offering to him, another off-speed piece, is in there for a strike, 0-1. Zuberbeer stares in for the sign. Here it is. That one swung on and popped to the right side into foul territory. Drifting over is Randerson. He can't make the play. So in a sense, new life over there for Luke Maldonado. Gonna have to protect, shorten up the swing at 0-2. But he's gonna get a chance. Cole Hiley waits on deck for Sheboygan. Zuberbeer ready into the windup. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Got him on 3 pitches. Maldonado down swinging brings up Cole Hiley, the A's left fielder. Game number 59 for Hiley. This will be at bat number 191. The team leader in runs scored at 47. The team leader tied for the team lead in hits, I should say, with 65. The team leader in doubles with 21. The superlatives go on and on for Hiley as he takes a look at ball 1. Into the motion, the 1-0. Off speed misses upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes to Cole Hiley. Hiley's 6 triples and 3 home runs are also tops on the squad as he takes a hack at this one. Will it bleed into right field? And it will. First hit of the ball game goes to Cole Hiley, keeping the inning alive with 1 down. Hiley's 66th hit of the year, putting him temporarily at least in the team lead in that category. Here's Harry Stout, the cleanup batter, playing some third base this evening. Stout plays his college ball at UW-Stevens Point. This is his first year there, as a matter of fact. He cocks the bat off his right shoulder as he awaits the first pitch from Zuberbeer. The stretch and the pitch. That one misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes to Harry Stout. Stout leads the team in batting average, hitting at a .354 clip. The 1-0 is high. Hiley's on the move. Throw down and in time, and that'll end the inning. The A's go down in order the hard way. No runs on a hit, no errors, none left on base at the end of 1 complete. Your score, Sheboygan 0, Menasha 0. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Trilling True Value.
7, Mac Schumann.
Top of the second here at Wildwood. And a scoreless game. Game 2 of the Northeastern Wisconsin League Championship Series. Scoreless between Menasha and Sheboygan. Menasha holds a 1-0 edge in the series. Max Schumann, the second baseman, the first man in for Menasha. He takes a look at ball 1 from Derek Lumens. The 1-0 swung on, hit hard to the right side. That's going to get through and slip past a diving Maldonado. And Menasha has their first base hit of the ball game. Leadoff runner aboard for Jared Sermon.
Center fielder number 27, Jared Sermon.
Lumen's working at a brisk pace through the first frame. Be interesting to see how Menasha handles that. He is seemingly ready to pitch as soon as he receives the ball from the catcher, just ready to rock. Out of the stretch for the first time, and here's a bunt laid down. Fielded nicely by Lumens, fire over to Langley, 1 down. Sermon successfully lays down the sacrifice bunt, but is put out 1-3. Schumann advances to second, so runner on second. And 1 away for Brian Vinhurst, the DH.
Designated hitter number 24, Ryan Vinhurst.
Vinhurst, left-handed stick. Digs in and is ready for the pitch. Lumen's still working out of the stretch with that runner on second. Takes a long look down to Grant Evans and delivers. Fastball fouled back into the screen. 0-1. He sets. Here it is. That one swung on and popped high to the right side of the infield. Maldonado says he's got it. He does. 1 away. Or 2 away. Excuse me.
Shortstop number 22.
So 2 down and a runner in scoring position for Eric Keenan, the shortstop. Looking to keep this inning going for Menasha. Digs in. The stretch and the pitch from Lumens. That one swung on, chopped over to shortstop. Pick, throw, dug out by Langley, and that'll do it. Lumens keeps Menasha off the board for a second inning. We're headed to the bottom of the second here in Sheboygan. Your score, Menasha 0, Sheboygan 0. This is A's Baseball, brought to you by Charter Communications. Welcome back to Wildwood Baseball Park here in Sheboygan. Game 2 of the NEW Championship Series. Bottom of the second. In a 0-0 game, Harry Stout will lead off here for Sheboygan after Hiley was caught stealing. First offering of the inning from Zuberbeer is hit deep in the hole at shortstop. Fielded, throw just in time, 1 away. That'll bring up Chad Langley. Langley at his customary position of first base, playing in his team-leading 60th game of the campaign. This is at bat number 218. Up until the last inning was tied for the team lead in hits with Cole Hiley with 65, but Hiley dropped one into right field to change that. This one scorched down the first base line. That's a fair ball. Langley's on his horse. He's looking too. He's going to try to dig the throw. Way offline, down in time. Langley in there with a slide, and that's a two-bagger for Chad Langley. The A's in business with one out here in the bottom of the second. Double number 10 on the season for Chad Langley brings up Sam Mathice. Mathice occupying center field this evening. Game number 46 for Sam Mathice, who's hitting .288 on the year. Has 5 doubles and a pair of stolen bases. 11 RBI in 2013. Zuberbeer once again going to have to work out of the stretch for the Max. He kicks and deals. Fastball misses high. 1 ball, no strikes to Mathice. He sets. Here comes the 1-0. That one in the dirt, blocked. 2 balls, no strikes. The stretch and the 2-0. That one catches the black on the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 to Sam Mathice. Frank Pietrantonio awaits on deck for Sheboygan. Zuberbeer fires. That one low in the dirt and blocked. Mitchell Buss getting his workout back there for the Max. 3 balls and a strike. A long look down. Here it is. That one's in there for a strike. The count is full, 3-2. Mathice with a tap on the plate, digs in. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Zuberbeer comes back to get the out. Second strikeout of the game for Zuberbeer. And here comes Frank Pietrantonio. The left-handed DH. Runner in scoring position and 2 away. Zuberbeer sets, delivers. That one swung on and fouled away into the screen. 0-1. Sheboygan jumped on top early last night with a 1-0 lead, but Menasha rallied with 4 unanswered runs to take Game 1. This best of 3 Northeastern Wisconsin League Championship Series. Pietrantonio awaits the pitch. There it is. That one a fastball in the dirt. Stopped by Buss. A ball and a strike. Langley at second. 2 down. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the second inning. The kick and the pitch is chopped foul. And Zuberbeer in the driver's seat here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jeremy McCarty would be next. But Pietrantonio has got to let the A's order get to him. Down 1 ball and 2 strikes in the count. He fights this one off. Count holds. A's donning their familiar white home uniforms with the red trim, red numbers. Menasha, the navy blue uniforms, I should say, yellow trim, yellow numbers. A ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. This one swung on and lifted to left field shallow. Play is made out there by Tyler Thompson, and that will be it for the A's in the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left at the end of 2 complete. Still scoreless here in Game 2 of the Northeastern Wisconsin League Championship. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Larry's Distributing.
Right fielder, number 19.
Alex Grambo, the right fielder, will lead off the bottom of the third here for the Menasha, or the top of the third, excuse me, for the Menasha Max. Scoreless game here in Sheboygan. Derek Lumens has been efficient so far, looking to keep it that way as he paints a fastball across the outside corner. He's working ahead here, 0-1. To his credit, Lumens has done a good job of working ahead. Something he will need to continue to do as the evening wears on, as that heater misses off the inside corner. Count even up at 1-1. Into the motion, here it is. Off-speed pitch, jammed him. Over to Maldonado at second. He scoops it, throws over to Langley, 1 down.
The catcher, number 5, Mitchell Buss.
I'll bring up Mitchell Buss, the catcher and 9-hole hitter here with nobody on and 1 away. Here in the top of the third. The windup and the pitch from Lumens. That one hit foul toward the A's dugout. No balls and a strike. The windup, the pitch from Lumens. That one is swung on again over to second. Play made by Maldonado. Throws over to Langley. 2 away. Back to the top of the order now, and Will Randerson. Anderson grounded out to start the game back in the first inning. Randerson digs in. Lumens ready. Here it is. Off-speed pitch. Drops in for a strike. 0-1. The wind up the pitch. Swung on, chopped again to Maldonado, who makes a nice play. Spins, fires, got him. Maldonado makes all 3 plays on the ground out. And Menasha goes down in order. 2.5 complete here at Wildwood. Score remains Sheboygan 0, Menasha 0. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Prevea Healthcare. Jeremy McCarty steps into the box for Sheboygan. He's the first man in here in the bottom of the third of a 0-0 game between Menasha and Sheboygan. Thank you for joining us on SheboyganBaseball.org. As McCarty swings and misses at the first pitch. He's behind here, 0-1. The windup, the delivery, that one misses outside. Count even up at a ball and a strike. McCarty hitting 176 for Sheboygan this year as he takes a look at strike two. Has 3 doubles, 16 RBI on the year. The windup, the 1-2 is in there for a called strike 3. McCarty gets the hook and it's 1 down for Grant Evans. Third strikeout of the contest for Eric Zuberbier. The 9-hole hitter and Sheboygan's backstop this evening. A local product is Grant Evans. Thought about taking a hack at that off-speed pitch, thought better of it, is rewarded with ball 1. Game 39 for Evans, who's hitting 270 on the campaign, as this one swung on and driven to deep left, but will be playable in foul territory as Thompson hauls it in out there as he braces himself against that foul line fence. And very quickly, Zuberbier has dispatched of a pair of Sheboygan A's, and back to the top of the order we go. The shortstop, Greg Rude. Rude grounded out to first base back in the first inning. Sheboygan owns the hit column 2-1 in the early going. Zuberbier into the windup, the pitch. Fastball swung on, driven foul over the left field fence. Bit of a throwback look for Evans tonight. Got the high knee socks going, rocking the eye black. Pumps the bat over the left shoulder and waits. That one swung on, chopped over to second. Fielded cleanly, thrown over to Randerson at first. 1-2-3 go the Sheboygan A's. 3 innings complete here at Wildwood Baseball Park. Still scoreless in Game 2 of the Northeastern Wisconsin League Championship Series. You are listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Bank First National. Top of 4 here in Sheboygan. Scoreless game between Menasha and the A's. Lumen's first offering of the inning is swung on and lifted into foul territory down the right field line. Who wants it? It'll be Maldonado who snares it and quickly one away as Tyler Thompson flies out to start off the 4th inning.
Third baseman, number 1, Adam Grambo.
So here comes Adam Grambo. grounded out to third base back in the first inning. The windup in the pitch starts him with the deuce in there for a strike. 0-1. The windup, the pitch. Fastball misses off the outside corner. Count even at a ball and a strike. Into the motion. Here it is. Off-speed piece misses. 2-1. 2-1 is swung on and lifted to the left. Hauled in out there by Hiley. And quickly 2 down here in the Menasha half of the fourth.
Second baseman, number 7, Mac Schumann.
That brings up Max Schumann, who is responsible for the Max lone hit so far in the contest. He singled to lead off the second inning, only to be stranded. The windup in the pitch to him. Nice looking curveball in there for a strike. Some sharp movement from that pitch by Lumens. He winds, deals the 0-1, swung on, and that is a line to center field. And Max Schumann is 2 for 2 and responsible for both of Menasha's hits. That keeps the inning alive for the center fielder, Jared Sermon.
Center fielder, number 27, Jared Sermon.
Sermon laid down a sacrifice bunt to advance Schumann back in that second inning. Will have the bat firmly in his hands here, though, with 2 away and a runner on here in the top of the fourth. First offer from him is swung on and driven to deep left. Hiley thinks he has a beat. He does. Hauls it in just shy of the warning track. And that'll do it for Menasha in the top of the fourth. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Still scoreless here at Wildwood. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Dufour Advertising. Bottom of the fourth here in Sheboygan. Scoreless game. Here's Luke Maldonado leading off for the A's. Maldonado struck out swinging his first time up. Takes a look at strike 1 from Eric Zuberbier. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was up at the letters. Looked good to Maldonado, as it would to most hitters. That's the tempting thing about that pitch. From at home, it's tough to see why a guy would offer something quite like that, but coming in when it's at that level looks awfully good. He couldn't lay off there. Quickly behind 0-2. Zuberbeer tries to climb the ladder again, to no avail. A ball and 2 strikes. The windup The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That one foul tipped, but Bus secured it. 4th strikeout of the game for Zuberbeer. 2nd of the game for Luke Maldonado. 1 down for Cole Hiley.
Left fielder number 41, Cole Hiley.
Hiley singled to right field back in the 1st inning, but was caught stealing. Starts him off with a breaking ball, and Hiley swings and misses right over the top. Quickly back in the box, though. The windup and the 0-1. Another breaking ball. That one misses just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 swing and a miss. A mighty hack by Hiley. Swung right through it. Down on the count here, 1-2. Both starting pitchers has done a fine job of working ahead in the count, at least in the early going. A long look down at Bus. Zuberbeer delivers. Swung on and missed. Hiley down on strikes. 5 Ks now for Eric Zuberbeer. So it's up to Harry Stelt to keep the inning alive for Sheboygan. Stelt grounded to short.
Third baseman,
Back in the 2nd inning.
17, Harry Stelt.
The windup and the pitch. Off-speed pitch swung on, lifted to the right side. Giving chase is Randerson. Makes an over-the-shoulder catch. 1-2-3 go the Sheboygan A's in the bottom of the 4th. Headed to the 5th here at Wildwood Baseball Park. Still scoreless. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Q-Mart. Welcome back to Wildwood here in the top of the 5th inning. As there's quickly 1 away for the Max in this scoreless game.
Eric Keenan.
As the DH Brian Vinhurst grounds out to Chad Langley over at first base for the first out of the inning. Brings up the shortstop Eric Keenan as Lumens offers the dreaded 58-footer. Goes to the backstop, but nobody on and no harm done. Keenan grounded to short to end the 2nd inning as he looks at strike 1. The windup and the pitch from Derek Lumens. Misses high. 2 balls and a strike. Into the motion. Here it is. Fastball paints the black on the outside corner. Evens the count at 2-2. Keenan ready. Here it is. Off-speed pitch misses just low. Worked him full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch is swung on and lifted to shallow right. Maldonado says he has it and secures it for the second out of the frame. That'll bring up the right fielder, Alex Grambo.
Right fielder number 19, Alex Grambo.
Grambo chopped out to short, or excuse me, to third. Let's lead off the third inning. First offering from Lumens in there for a strike right down Main Street. And here's Lumens working from ahead. They'll wind up the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And it's Lumens with the upper hand here, 0-2. Here it is. That one misses low and outside, blocked by Grant Evans. A ball and 2 strikes. Lumens looking for his first punch out of the contest. His counterpart has 5 through 4 innings of work. The 1-2 is gas, but misses low. Grambo works him to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch misses way inside. The count is full. Mitchell Buss would be next. Should Grambo clear his spot in the order, the pitch swung on, lifted high to the right side. Langley giving chase, slides, makes the catch. Chad Langley getting it done in foul territory and finishing off the inning. So Menasha goes down in order after 4.5 here at Wildwood. Your score remains Sheboygan 0, Menasha 0. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you in part by Lakeland College. Chad Langley, the first baseman, steps into the box to lead things off for the Sheboygan A's here in the bottom of the 5th. Just chatting here during the break. It's amazing how often, as Chad Langley lines the first offering foul, 0-1, how often it is that the guy who makes the stellar play in the outfield is the guy who leads off the next inning. Baseball's funny that way. Langley's behind 0-1, one of the leading hitters on the Sheboygan A's club, as he takes a look at ball 1, low and in the dirt. 1-1. Langley doubled back in the second inning. They'll wind up the pitch Fastball misses low and inside. 2 balls and a strike.
All right.
2-1 is chopped, followed on the first baseline. 2-2. Dare I say it, we have a pitcher's duel brewing here in Sheboygan. Zuberbeer takes a long look down to Buss. Winds, fires. That one swung on and line to left field. Chan Langley is 2 for 2. A single and a double for him here in the early going. Just the 3rd hit of the game for Sheboygan. They now own the hit column 3-2. So leadoff man is on for Sam Mathice. Mathice struck out swinging his first time through. Awaits the pitch from Zuberbeer, waiting to get the sign he's looking for from Buss. The kick, the pitch, breaking ball as Mathice tries to lay down the bunt there and misses. 0-1. It's interesting how that breaking ball of Zuberbeer's didn't really make an appearance till the 2nd time through the order, and all of a sudden you're seeing it 2-3 times a hitter, trying to keep something up his sleeve. It would appear, at least for the first time through. The 0-1, Mathice again showing bunt. He pops it up. That one is caught by a charging Adam Grambo. There's one away. Mathice couldn't get it done, so 1 on 1 down for Frank Pietrantonio.
Designated hitter number 10, Frank Pietrantonio.
Pietrantonio flew out to center his first time through. Zuberbeer ready, fires. There's a bunt laid down, and it's a beauty. Zuberbeer couldn't handle it, and all hands are safe. The Sheboygan A's might have just caught a break. Beautiful bunt by Pietrantonio. That'll be ruled an error. Regardless, Pietrantonio got the job done, which frankly at this juncture is what matters. 2 on 1 down for Jeremy McCarty. McCarty went down looking back in the 3rd. Looking for a bit of redemption here. Base knock could help the A's draw first blood in this one. The stretch, the pitch. That one's in there for a strike right down the middle. 0-1. He sets. Deals. Off-speed pitch swung on and line to right. Could be trouble, but is hauled in out there just shy of the track. The runners will have to retreat back to their respective bases. There's 2 down. So it'll be up to Grant Evans to try to keep this inning alive for Sheboygan. He has runners on first and second with 2 away. The scoreless ball game. The A's need to grab this one here at home tonight to force a decisive Game 3 in Menasha tomorrow at noon. Second time tonight, Sheboygan's had a runner in scoring position as Evans takes a look at a fastball down the pipe. 0-1. A long look in. Kicks, fires. That one in on the hands of Evans, who fouls it off the screen. Zuberbeer ready. Delivers the 0-2. That one's high, and it's off the mid of Buss. Both runners will advance. That wild pitch could prove costly. Zuberbeer, the good news for him is he's still up 1-2. But now, should he make a mistake, he's going to pay for it dearly with a pair of runners in scoring position. Evans, who flew out to the left, back in the third, awaits the 1-2. Here it is. That one driven to left, but playable for Thompson. He drifts to his right and eventually finds it, lost it in the lights, perhaps in the early night sky, but makes the play. And that'll do it for Sheboygan. They get nothing on one hit, one Menasha error, strand 2. 5 complete here from Wildwood Baseball Park. Score remains Sheboygan nothing, Menasha nothing. Top of the 6th inning here in Sheboygan. All zeros dot that scoreboard out in right center field. Mitchell Buss, the first man in for Menasha, looking to change that. Buss 0 for 1 on the night. He grounded out to Harry Stealth over at third base back in the 3rd inning. Both pitchers twirling dandies here this evening, and it's a drag bunt, but push foul up the third base line, 0-1. Curious to see if Buss looks to lay that down again. The element of surprise is usually what's working for you there, especially when you're the catcher trying to lay one of those down. We will see, though. 0-1. Lumen's in a familiar spot, working ahead in the count. He's been great at that so far this evening. The 0-1, breaking ball in there for a strike. He's used it sparingly, but when he's decided to throw it, it's been sharp, and it's been located properly. It's been an asset to him so far tonight. The 0-2. It's a fastball, misses just low. Looking to catch the black on the outside corner. Just couldn't do it. A ball and 2 strikes now to Mitchell Buss. The wind up the pitch. Off speed. Swung on over to the third base side. This is Stelt, who feels it ranging to his left. Fires over to Langley for the out. 1 down. Top of the order now in Will Randerson. Randerson's 0 for 2 tonight.
First baseman, number 3, Will Randerson.
Grounded out to third base in his most recent plate appearance. A lot of the left-handers have been behind Lumens tonight as he drops a breaking ball in there for actually that misses. Sorry, 1-0. They kick the pitch, swung on and hit hard over to second. This is Maldonado. Gets his bearings, throws it to Langley. 2 away. So it'll be up to Tyler Thompson to look to carry this inning on for the Max. He's 0 for 2. Grounded over to third in his first plate appearance in the first inning. Popped out in foul territory back in the 4th. This one swung on and driven to left, but Cole Hiley is there. 1-2-3 go the Menasha Max. To the bottom of the 6th inning we go. Score remains Sheboygan nothing, Menasha nothing. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Miesfeld's Meat Market.
Shortstop, number 14,
Greg Rue digs into that left-handed batter's box to lead off the bottom of the sixth for the Sheboygan A's. Deadlocked at zeros through 5.5. He takes the first pitch, takes a hack at it, not happy with himself as he tosses away the piece of lumber, and it'll end up being a pop out to center quickly, one down. Base is empty, and one out for Luke Maldonado, who has struck out swinging twice this evening.
Luke Maldonado.
The Sheboygan A's throughout the years have had a knack of forcing a game 3. That's kind of the storyline as we were discussing here while we were off air. Between innings, I should say, as the first pitch to Maldonado was a breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1. This is the 5th championship series the A's have been in since joining the Northeastern Wisconsin League. They've been in the Langsdorff League Championship twice. This is their 3rd trip to the Northeastern Wisconsin League Championship Series as Maldonado swings and misses over a breaking ball. In 4 of 5 trips to the Championship Series of either respective league, the A's have ended up the bridesmaid each time. But have forced game 3 each time, too. That's the important thing to note as the 0-2 misses upstairs in Maldonado. The A's have never lost a Championship Series game at home, have never won a Championship Series game on the road. That has proven to be the Achilles heel. Looking to change that all here in 2013 as the 1-2 misses low to Maldonado. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The A's need to win tonight to force game 3 in Menasha, which would be tomorrow at noon. Into the motion, the pitch from Zuberbeer misses outside. Oh, he was up 0-2 originally in the series. Maldonado worked him full. The payoff pitch, swung on and driven back through the middle. There's a base knock for Maldonado. That was a good at-bat. Was down 0-2, fought all the way back to 3-2, found a pitch he could handle and drove it. 4th hit of the game for Sheboygan. A runner on and 1 down now for Cole Hiley.
Left fielder, number 41, Cole Hiley.
Hiley's 1 for 2 this evening. Had a single back in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 4th. So here stands Hiley, one of the best hitters on the club with a runner on. And offering over to first, albeit a half-hearted one. Nothing doing over there as Maldonado back in there in plenty of time. Maldonado's not even to the first cut in the infield, truthfully, but Zuberbeer felt the need to take a look at him as he blows a fastball past Hiley, who's behind 0-1. Sheboygan owns the hit column 4-2. Menasha reluctantly owns the error column 1-0. We are scoreless here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled. Down the third baseline. No balls, 2 strikes to Cole Hiley. Zuberbeer sets, throws over to first. Nothing doing again as Maldonado is in there with ease. Zuberbeer from the belt. Hiley just missed that one and screams that one foul back into the screen. We'll do it again at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch from Zuberbeer. Fastball misses outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Both starters look well in command of their own destinies, despite the fact that neither offense has jumped up to help old Chuck. He sets. Fires. Out misses high. Maldonado got kind of antsy over there at first. Dives back in. Nothing doing. No throw made. Bus thought about it. Bus contemplated the snap throw down to first. Thought better of it. Probably wouldn't have been a play there anyway. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hiley. The stretch, the delivery, off-speed piece misses. Either high or outside, likely the former. Hiley worked him full. Maldonado got on down 0-2 after he singled on a 3-2 pitch. Hiley hoping to do likewise. The stretch, the pitch, off-speed job, fouled to the right side, but in play. Randerson hauls it in, 2 away. So the runner on and 2 outs. Let's see what Harry Stelp can do. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
Number 17, Harry Stelp.
The numbers would tell you he's due. One of the top hitters on this 2013 Sheboygan A's squad, as he's been, heck, since he's been a Sheboygan A's. The kid knows how to hit, and there's no better spot than right now as he looks at strike 1. Zuberbeer sets, fires, fastball just misses. A ball and a strike. Hard to believe this is the last time under the lights at Wildwood in 2013, but the A's hoping to extend their season just 1 more game. The 1-1 coming to Stelp as an off-speed pitch, misses high. 2-1. Chad Langley waits on deck. He would be next. Should Stelp find some green here. Throw over to first. Maldonado in there with a head-first dive. I will say this, Zuberbeer has not allowed many runners, but when he has, he's been awfully concerned about them. The 2-1. Swung on, driven to the right side. That's through. A base knock. Harry Stelco's Oppo keeps the inning alive. 2 runners on for Chad Langley. Runners on first and second with 2 down. Langley's 2 for 2. Has what most would call the 2 easier parts of the cycle. At this point, he's got a single and a double. I have a feeling with the lead run in scoring position, he'd settle for another single here. Langley, the leading RBI man on this club, 39 on the year in 60 games played. First pitch is off the glove of Bus. Both runners advance. It's a second straight inning. Zuberbier has done that. Catchable pitch. This one ruled a pass ball. It's the first one of the night charged to Zuberbier. Runners on second and third now with 2 down. 1-0 to Chad Langley. Langley, tug on the pants, is ready. The pitch. That one swung on and lifted foul to the left side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big spot here for Sheboygan's 5-hole hitter. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Langley just couldn't catch up to it. He's behind here 1-2. Outfield playing Langley relatively straight up. Infield at normal depth. Zuberbier sets, delivers. Langley thought about it, but laid off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zuberbier wanted to work him high and outside. He might be barking up the right tree because Langley wanted to, but did not. Stays alive for another pitch. Could do some damage here if he can find a gap. From the belt, the 2-2. Fastball misses just low. That's a big league take. 3-2. Zuberbier's worked ahead in this inning just as he has in every other one. His nemesis has been finding strike 3. His 3rd full count of the frame. The payoff pitch. Swung on and lifted to left. This could find the gap. Thompson thinks he has a beat and does. And unfortunately, Sheboygan will strand a pair. We remain scoreless after 6. 6 complete here from Wildwood. Sheboygan nothing, Menasha nothing. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by the University of Wisconsin-Sheboygan. Adam Grambo, the first man in for the Menasha Max here in the top of the 7th. Game 2 of the Northeastern Wisconsin League Championship Series. It's a best-of-3 series that Menasha holds a 1-0 edge in as Derek Lumens fires a fastball high, 1-0 to Adam Grambo. Grambo's 0 for 2. He chopped out to third base, lined out to left field, back of the 4th. This one swung on and lifted to left center. Hiley coming across makes the catch for the first out of the frame. So here comes Max Schumann. Max Schumann has, I guess you could say, relatively speaking, been the Max one-man wrecking crew. He has both hits, but has not scored either time. Schumann awaits the pitch from Lumens. Breaking ball misses low between the wickets of Evans, but no one on, so no rush to find it. The windup, the pitch. Grambo wanted to offer, didn't. And is now ahead 2-0 in the count. As Ted Williams would say, this is a hitter's pitch. Ted Williams lived for 2-0. Here comes 3-0, which is a different story entirely. We'll save that for another day. 3-0. Lumens has some work to do. The wind up, the pitch. Misses low. Walked him on 4 straight. Might have got pinched there, but the first free pass of the night issued by either pitcher comes in the top of the 7th inning. Schumann's been aboard all 3 times, 2 singles and a walk. That bring up Jared Sermon, who, on the other end of the spectrum, has not been aboard either time. Stretch and the pitch. That fastball misses low. Action in that Sheboygan A's bullpen. Though nothing serious, no hard throwing going on right now as that heater catches the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. Between innings, it was Mitch Gardner who got up to stretch. We'll keep an eye on it and let you know. Mitch Gardner, no stranger to big-time pitching in Sheboygan, as the 1-1 is a nasty breaking ball swung on and missed by Sermon. A ball and 2 strikes. Count in the favor of Lumens. Yeah, Mitch Gardner doesn't shy away from the spotlight too often either. Sheboygan's Mr. No-Hitter. Has a pair of them in the last 3 years. The kick and the pitch from Lumens is a fastball. Skipped across the plate and dug out by Evans, but obviously misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jared Sermon. The 2-2 swung on, popped to the right side. Who wants it? It's in foul territory. 3A is giving chase. Maldonado flashing the range for the second time tonight. He'll make the play. 2 down. So that brings up the DH, Brian Vindhurst. Vindhurst popped out to second base back in the 2nd inning. Grounded out to first base back in the 5th. 7 total hits between the 2 clubs, with Sheboygan owning 5 of them here in the top of the 7th inning. The stretch, the pitch, this one swung on. Pop foul and out of play. Vinhurst steps back into the box, left foot first, takes a deep chunk out of the dirt in there and looks at a breaking ball for strike 2. Lumens ahead, 0-2. Hasn't had a punch out yet tonight. This would be a superb time for one. Runner on and 2 away. the pitch. Swung on and lined over to Maldonado at second. Plays it on one hop to Langley, and that'll do it. Still scoreless through 6.5. Time to get up and stretch them out here in Sheboygan. Score remains Menasha nothing, Sheboygan nothing. You're listening to A's Baseball, brought to you by Charter Communications. Welcome back to Wildwood. Bottom of the 7th is on. And Sam Mathice is the first man to face Eric Zuberbier as he takes a look at strike one. Deadlocked at zeros. Would you want it any other way as a baseball fan, given what's on the line here? Mathice goes the opposite field, but foul. 0-2. Mathice has to punch his way off the ropes here, down 0-2. The wind up the pitch, swing and a miss. Zuberbier, strikeout number 6 on the night, but his first since the 4th inning. Now bring up the DH, Frank Pietrantonio. He has flown out to center in the 2nd. He reached on an error in the 5th, laid down a bunt that ate up Zuberbier. He's swinging away this time, but knocks that one foul. Just shy of first base down the right side. Nothing and 1 to Sheboygan's DH. Zuberbier peers over that glove as Pietrantonio wisely calls time. That's something I'm surprised we haven't seen more of in this game, to be honest, with pitchers just in a groove the way they've both been. More guys not trying to step out and disrupt that rhythm as the 0-1 misses right off the shoe tops of Pietrantonio. Count at 1 ball, 1 strike. The windup, the pitch. Oh, a little drag bunt. Can he beat it out? A nice play by Pietrantonio, but will not make the throw. Base knock. The second beautiful bunt from Sheboygan's DH. And he's aboard for the 2nd time this evening. That brings up Jeremy McCarty. Nothing for 2 tonight, but has a man on with 1 away. Another respectable crowd here at Wildwood Baseball Park tonight. The A's flirting with the 10,000 fan mark in total attendance for the first time ever. It'll be close, I'm told, but 10,000 fans in a season, that's an incredible benchmark as McCarty looks at ball 1. The Sheboygan community continues to support baseball, and it's a welcome sight. The kick, nope, gonna fire over to first. Again, nothing really doing over there. Pietrangelo almost with a dive to first as if to appease Zuberbier. He had all of 3 steps off the bag, but he dove in there anyway. A true ball player right there. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Boss thought about a snap throw. Not a whole lot going on. McCarty, the 8-hole hitter, looking to reach base for the first time tonight. This is his 3rd plate appearance. From the belt. The 1-1, runner going, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is high. Pietrangelo, for whatever reason, decided sliding wasn't necessary, but got in there anyway. I'm told the terminology for it up here is called Frankie ball. Heck, if he gets it done, what does it matter what it's called? He's in scoring position with 1 away, but a 1-2 count on Jeremy McCarty as the umpires will conference here. Zuberbier seems fine with whatever conclusion was reached. I'm not entirely sure what was being discussed. The throw was, it was on the mark. I mean, it was in time but high. I'm not sure if that's what was being debated, but no one on either side of the equation seems overly upset about it. So runner in scoring position, 1 away. The 1-2 to McCarty is a ball low on the dirt. McCarty thought about pulling out the sand wedge, but thought better of it wisely. 2-2. Kind of a straight up stance for the A's right fielder as he waits for the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. 2 away. Strikeout number 7. For Zuberbier. And it's up to Grant Evans once again. The 3rd time an inning has been put in his hands. He's flown out to left both times. But he has the go-ahead run in scoring position as he takes a hack at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. And the familiar thought off the aluminum roof. And also the familiar thought of the feet of young fans chasing a foul ball. It's a common occurrence here at Wildwood. As the 0-1 is delivered. Fastball misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. There was action in the A's bullpen earlier, but it doesn't look like it's amounted to much. Menasha's pen's been quiet the entire night. With the 8th inning looming, the 1-1 off-speed pitch misses high. Evans now ahead 2-1. Zuberbier's ready. After a long glance down to second, the 2-1 misses high and tight. Boss appeared ready to throw when he caught that. I don't know where he was going to go with it, though. No one covering the bag at second. But apparently the secondary lead of Pietrangelo was enough to put Boss on edge. The 3-1 to Evans is a breaking ball dropped in there. Evans doesn't look happy with himself, whether it's because he took it or because of the call. Either way, it's a full count. Runner should get a head start here. The payoff pitch is Popped weakly to the right side of the infield. Who wants it for Menasha? It'll be it'll be Randerson, and that'll end the inning. So nothing for the A's on a hit. No Menasha errors, 1 stranded. We're through 7 here at Wildwood. Still no runs pushed across. Sheboygan nothing, Menasha nothing. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball, brought to you by Culver's. Welcome back to Sheboygan, Wisconsin, where the Sheboygan A's and the Menasha Max are deadlocked in a 0-0 battle in Game 2 of the Northeastern Wisconsin League Championship Series. Menasha holds a 1-0 edge. And Eric Keenan, the shortstop, the first man to lead it off for the Max, looks at a fastball toward his eyebrows, decides to duck out of the way wisely. That could get expensive in a hurry, as he looks at the 1-0 right down the pipe. 1-1. Keenan's over 2 tonight, grounded out to short in the second. Popped out to second base in the 5th. And he's quickly behind here, 1-2. The wind up the pitch from Lumens. Off speed, swung on and missed. And there's the first strikeout of the game for Derek Lumens, which is amazing considering how efficiently he's pitched tonight. His first punch out of the game comes in the 8th inning. Eric Keenan, the victim. So that's 1 down for Alex Grambo, the right fielder, who is 0 for 2 tonight. Chopped out to third base in the 3rd. Popped out in foul territory to first base. And his most recent plate appearance in the 5th. He looks at strike 1 from Lumens. Lumens has been the workhorse all year long for the A's club, and he's continuing that tonight as the 0-1 is popped to the right side. Here's Langley again. Can he do it again? Feels for the rail, but that one's going to be off the roof of the dugout. Nothing he can do about that. 0-2. Lumens came into this ball game with 66 in the 3rd innings pitched. The most on the clubs. In second, for those of you wondering, is Taylor Schwartz has thrown 65 innings coming into tonight's game. The 0-2 misses low. A ball and 2 strikes. Lumens has only allowed 2 hits in 7 1/3 innings of work. The pitch. Off-speed job. Just missed. I'm not entirely sure where. Just missed. Count even at 2-2. That grew a collective grumble from the home fans. But in the grand scheme of things, public opinion doesn't matter there. He throws the same pitch and strikes him out looking. Lumens now with back-to-back Ks after not having one during the start has struck out the first 2 of this inning. So you're up to Mitchell Buss, who's 0 for 2, has grounded out to third twice. Didn't mention this off the top of the broadcast, but the umpires for this evening is this evening's matchup It's Keith Bondi calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. Paul Grauman, excuse me, on the base paths this evening, as strike one is called on Mitchell Buss. The windup, the 0-1 from Lumens. Misses low. Heater that he just flat out overthrew. Misses low. 1-1. The pitch. Swung on and hit over to third, like every other pitch from Buss. That one picked and fielded cleanly by Langley. And that's the end of the inning. Menasha goes down in order. To the bottom of the eighth we go. Still scoreless here in Sheboygan. You're listening to A's Baseball, brought to you in part by Topper's Pizza. Nate Wolfel back with you here at Wildwood Baseball Park. Bottom of the eighth inning. Still deadlocked at 0-0. The Sheboygan A's Menasha Max here in game 2 of the Northeastern Wisconsin League Championship Series. Greg Rude, the leadoff man, will start things off for Sheboygan. He takes a look at ball one just off his belt. Rude's 0 for 3 tonight. This one swung on and lifted, but foul down the right side. Greg Rude, a Plymouth, Wisconsin product. Counting them up at 1-1. Both starters still in the contest at this point. If you enjoy a pitcher's duel, tonight is your night. It's been a beautifully pitched game on both sides. Here comes the 1-1. That one misses low and in the dirt. 2-1 on Rude. Game number 48 for Greg Rude, who has 9 stolen bases and 8 doubles. Hitting just .228 on the campaign, but has 17 RBI. The 2-1 misses inside an off-speed pitch. 3-1. The windup, the pitch. This one swung on and lifted, and this could get in the gap down the right field, the right center side, I should say. But Rude will take a hard round around first and settle for a single. Hit number 7 for Sheboygan on the game. First hit of the night for Rude. Here comes Luke Maldonado. Maldonado 1 for 3 tonight with a pair of strikeouts and a single. That single came in the 6th inning, his most recent plate appearance. Let's see what skipper Tyler Martin wants to do here. You're in the top of the order, but do you lay one down at this juncture to try to push the go-ahead run into scoring position? This is where the chess match starts. Let's see who makes the first move, and it's going to be Martin. As that ball pops away from Buss, who needs a sacrifice bunt with a pass ball, the second one of the night. 2 pass balls and a wild pitch. Buss has struggled tonight. I mean, he's made a lot of nice plays, but the ones up in the zone that should be doable for a catcher at this level have proved challenging for him. That didn't even look like anything off speed unless he was expecting something different. So a runner in scoring position and none away. Well, let's see what's on here. 1-0. He squares early. It's the bunt again. He puts one down the third baseline, and it's a beauty. The throw over to first is just in time, but that young man just did his job. You have the go-ahead run 90 feet away with one down here in the 8th. Tensions rise. And here comes the meat of the Sheboygan order, Cole Hiley.
Number 41, Cole Hiley.
Hiley's 1 for 3 tonight. Came into this game tied for the team lead in hits. He currently holds the team lead in hits, has the most doubles, triples, and home runs, and is hitting at a .342 clip. This is your man right here. The first offering to him is swung on, fouled into the netting. 0-1. Statistically, this may be the guy, as I just alluded to, but the way things have gone tonight, surely it won't be that easy. A battle is going to ensue here. May the better man win. He sets. Deals. Fastball misses outside. Ball and a strike. Go-ahead run is just 90 feet away. In the form of Greg Rude. We are in the bottom of the 8th here at Wildwood. In what has been a tremendous baseball game. Hiley waits patiently. Steadies his bat as the pitch comes. Off speed, misses high. 2-1. Hiley, the type of guy who looks to load that lead foot upon the pitch and then drive through. The bat makes noise pre-pitch but settles quite nicely when the delivery is about to come. He fouls that one away. Counts it at 2-2. Hiley was the Langsdorff League batting champion this past year. Plays Division I baseball. A Sheboygan Falls product, another product out of this county. Denny Moyer is so good at finding these kids. Here's an example. Right here in Cole Hiley, who awaits the 2-2. The pitch. Fastball just misses. Zuberbeer thinks he got pinched a little. And who wouldn't think that in that position, but the count has worked full. Rude ready to advance. Should the opportunity present itself, he sits at third base here in a 0-0 game. Hiley 1 for 3 at this juncture. His hit came in the first inning. What will he do here? 3-2. From the belt, he deals. Off-speed pitch fouled. Hiley loses the bat and is holding his shoulder. Chucks down the helmet in frustration. This does not look good. As he falls to the turf. I'm not sure what happened there, but it does not look good. Time is out here as Tyler Martin and Harry Stout go to investigate. Hiley is walking toward the dugout. He looks like he's done for today and looks to be in a significant amount of pain. Looks to be the left shoulder of Cole Hiley. He offers to go back out, but looks like he's being pulled back to the dugout. We'll see what comes of it. As he walks into the dugout, it looks like a pinch hitter will be called upon here, and it looks like that man will be Sam Raff. You want a high-pressure pinch hitting situation, here it is. Coming in on a full count with the go-ahead run on third base. With one out in the bottom of the eighth of a scoreless game. And that hurts on multiple levels highly. And just his first full season with Sheboygan, looks to be in significant pain. So here comes Raff in a tough spot. Raff, at bats aside, is leading the team in average at a 400 clip, but has only 15 at bats on the year. But he's a Sheboygan A's veteran and is put in a tough spot here. 3-2 with the go-ahead run on third and one out. The pitch misses high. Raff takes the walk and hustles down to first base. Runners on the corners and one away. And here comes the cleanup man, Harry Stelt. 1 for 3 tonight. Had a single in the 6th inning. A big spot for a guy who knows all about that in Sheboygan A's baseball. Harry Stelt's not new to this by any stretch. Stelt with a tug on the batting helmet, digs in. Runners on the corners, one down. The stretch and the pitch. Off speed pitch in there for a strike. Stelt was the 2012 Sheboygan A's MVP. Decided he'd break up Tim Patzman's three-peat in that particular slot, I should say. Here comes the 0-1, runner in motion. And the throw is fake to second, and Raff will go ahead and take the bag. Count sits at 1-1. They wanted to see if Rude would bite at third if they faked to second. He held his ground, so Raff takes second base uncontested. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 away. Count even up at 1-1. The Max bullpen remains silent. The pitch misses low. Bus can't find it, but locates the ball in time. Ultimately, it was about 3 feet from him, so Rude was not having any thoughts of trying to score there. The good news is 2-1 on Harry Stelt. The pitch. Check swing, call the ball. 3-1. Infield is in here for Menasha, looking to cut down that runner at home plate. Another big spot as Chad Langley sits on deck, hoping to get an opportunity to extend an A's lead instead of give it to them. The 3-1, call the strike. Little outside perhaps, but rule the strike. The count is full. 3-2. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out in a scoreless game. The A's need this one to force game 3. Zuberbeer sets. Here it is. That one fought off. That was in on the hands of Stelt. But he lives to see another pitch. We'll try this again. The payoff pitch. Off speed, swung on, and missed. That was ball 4. Stelz down on strikes after Buss applies the tag. Ace strikeout of the night for Zuberbeer. Here comes Chad Langley, the last hope for the A's here in the 8th. Langley's 2 for 3 tonight. Was in a similar spot just 2 innings ago. Langley had the shot that advanced the A's to this championship series. Can he deliver the blow that sends him to Game 3? Yes, he can. That one fought off up the middle, and that will score at least 1 run. Raft being waved around. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Langley's going to try to advance to second, and he will. A 2 RBI single for Chad Langley, who has been Mr. Clutch in this series. Sheboygan takes a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Ice water running through that young man's veins. He loves the limelight, thrives in it, and he deals the first blow of the game. 2-0 A's. Chad Langley came into this game as Sheboygan's leader in RBI and tied for the lead in hits. He will remain the leader in both categories. Some stirring going around toward the Menasha bench, but no one's been up throwing this entire time. I doubt you'd bring someone in cold now, but that's just my 2 cents. As good of news as that 2-out single, 2-out, 2 RBI single was for Sheboygan, I should say. This inning isn't over. Sam Mathice digs in with a runner in scoring position and 2 down. That one is going to get through the wickets. A Buss who's not entirely sure where it is. He gets to the backstop, but Langley will just take third. That one ruled a pass ball. Could Menasha be coming unraveled here? Both pitchers have pitched a gem. Something had to give, and what it was a single right up the box off Chad Langley's bat. But Mathice in a position to add an insurance run now with a runner at third and 2 out and a 1-0 count. The stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball, smash to left side. That's going to get down. And the Sheboygan A's take a 3-0 lead. Sam Mathice is going to keep the merry-go-round going as he dumps that breaking ball into left field. They were giving him room up the line, and that's exactly where he put it. 3-0 Sheboygan. The beat goes on now for the DH. Frank Pietrantonio. Pietrantonio's 1 for 2 tonight. He's reached base twice, once with a single, once on an error. Pitch misses high and outside. Mathice is on the move, and he's in there. The throw was to the shortstop side of the bag. He one-hopped it, and no chance to throw it on the tag. Another runner in scoring position. Just received word here that Cole Hiley, who exited the game on that 3-2 pitch that he offered at but fouled off, he dislocated his shoulder. It's been put back in, but obviously will not return tonight. He can't, frankly, as the 1-0's fouled off, 1-1. It's a shame to see that happen to a young man just playing hard, but one of those freak things that you hate to just dismiss it as part of the game, but frankly, that's what it is. And Pietrantonio misses inside despite the damage done here, just nothing doing in that Menasha pen. And honestly, in a road game in the Northeastern Wisconsin League, it could be that this is the one guy they have. As this one's fought off into right center, that's dumped in there. Matthijs being waved around, he will score. Sheboygan just tagging on runs here in the bottom of the 8th. Run number 4. Breaking the seal, and it just keeps on going. And this will draw a mound visit. But is it too little, too late for Menasha? 3 straight RBI base hits for the A's, and all of a sudden a 0-0 game has become a 4-0 affair. After a brief mound meeting, it's still going to be Zuberbeer. For better or for worse, he might be the arm they have tonight. It's part of the game at this level, especially for road teams. 9 hits now for the A's. They own that column 9-2. So here comes Jeremy McCarty. Hitless in 3 trips. Action in that Sheboygan A's bullpen, as that one is lined foul out into the roadway there. 0-1 on McCarty. Looks like 2 arms up in that A's pen, as a matter of fact. Move over to first, not in time. Though that one was the closest of the night. Petrie Antonio in there standing still, but good move by Zuberbeer. He sets. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss from McCarty, who's behind 0-2. It's worth noting that all 4 Sheboygan A's runs have come after 2 outs. That's one of those things that you need on any given night to win, but especially in a playoff setting. 2-out hitting is crucial. The A's have had it tonight. The 0-2 to McCarty. Up at his eyes, runner on the move, tag, apparently in time. And that'll end the inning, but Sheboygan hangs up a big old 4 in the bottom of the 8th to take a 4-0 lead, moving to the top of the 9th. To the top of the 9th we go. Sheboygan leads 4-0. Listening to A's Baseball, brought to you in part by Miesfeld's Meat Market. Tyler Martin trusted his workhorse, Derek Lumens, with the ball at the beginning of this game, and it will be his to finish off here in the top of the 9th. Top of the order, 1, 2, and 3 holes up for the Max. The A's have a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 9th, trying to force a decisive Game 3 in Menasha tomorrow afternoon. The 1-0 from Lumens misses inside. Derek Lumens plays his college ball at Lakeland College right here in Sheboygan as the 2-0 is in their first strike. A 4-run bottom of the 8th gave Sheboygan the upper hand, looking to finish the deal. That was a comebacker just screaming past the glove of Lumens. And Menasha's in business here with a single. Leadoff runner aboard, which is something the Macs have done pretty well tonight. For Tyler Thompson, who's 0 for 3.
Left fielder, number 16, Tyler Thompson.
Just the third hit of the contest for the Macs, and the first hit for Menasha by some guy not named Max Schumann. Schumann had reached base 3 times, had been the Menasha Macs' only base runner to this juncture. As Thompson looks at a ball inside, 1-0. Lumens looking to finish what he started. He's pitched well this evening, but isn't out of the woods yet as he delivers a 1-0 strike to even up the count at 1-1. He sets from the belt, delivers, off-speed pitch, swung on, smashed over to third. Here's Stelt. He's going to try to turn it over to second to Maldonado. He will get the lead runner 1 away. Thompson reaches on a fielder's choice. 1 away for the 3-hole hitter, Adam Grambaugh.
Third baseman, number 1, Adam Grambaugh.
Grambaugh is 0 for 3 tonight. Flown out to left twice and grounded out to third. Back in the first inning. Lumens sets. Fires off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on, lifted to center. This is Mathias with a beat on it. He hauls it in, 2 down. And here comes Max Schumann, who has accounted for 3 of Menasha's 4 base runners tonight. If there ever were a tough second out, or third out, I should say, it'd be this young man. Few of the A's faithful on their feet here. Trying to knot the series up at 1 apiece. The pitch. Wicked off-speed pitch, a little short though. 1-0. Schumann, as I alluded to, has a pair of singles and a walk tonight. He's reached base all 3 times. Lumens sets. Deals. Fastball is knocked through the left side, and why not reach base all 4 times? 4 for 4 evening for Schumann, who honestly has been about the only thing the Macs have had going offensively tonight.
Center fielder, number 27, Jared.
Macs have 4 hits in the ball game. He's got 3 of them. Here's Jared Schumann, who is 0 for 3. 0 for 2, with a sac bunt. Sermon stands in. Right-handed stick awaits the pitch. 2 on, 2 out. His team trails 4-0 as he looks at a letter-high fastball. 1-0. The pitch. Heater in there for a strike. 1-1. Sets, fires, breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-2. A few more fans rise to their feet, sensing that this is about to go to Game 3 should Lumens polish off his complete game dandy. He sets, fires, swung on, lifted to the right side. Maldonado makes the catch over at second base, and we will see you in Menasha tomorrow afternoon. Your final score, Sheboygan 4, Menasha nothing. Back with the totals and summaries right after this. You're listening to Sheboygan A's Baseball right here on Ustream.
Held tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock.
Welcome back to Sheboygan, where the home-standing Sheboygan A's emerged victorious one last time in 2013, pushing the season to the brink. And a decisive Game 3 in the Northeastern Wisconsin League Championship Series, virtue of a 4-0 win over the Menasha Max. Going to get you some summaries here. First for the visiting Menasha Max, no runs on 4 hits, 1 error. For the home-standing Sheboygan A's, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors, a 4-run. Bottom of the 8th inning proved to be the difference in this contest. Derek Lumens twirls a dandy on the hill tonight just when the A's needed their workhorse. He forces one final game with everything in the league on the line. He goes all 9 innings, just allowing 4 hits with a pair of strikeouts and 1 walk. A wonderful outing for the guy who's been the mainstay for the Sheboygan A's. The decisive Game 3 will be tomorrow afternoon at Coslow Park in Menasha. All A's fans obviously welcome to attend and support your team one last time here in 2013. The A's flirting with a 10,000 fan attendance mark here in 2013. For the first time in franchise history, the A's have attracted that many in a single season. So big thank you to all of you out there in the Sheboygan community who have supported this team throughout the season. So it all comes down to tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon as I should say. It'll be the A's additional chance to secure a championship. It's their 5th appearance since they joined the Northeastern Wisconsin League that they've either appeared in the Langsdorf League Championship or the Northeastern Wisconsin League Championship. They're yet to win a title, but they're hoping the 5th time is a charm. Tomorrow, noon, at Coslow Field in Menasha, winner take all in the Northeastern Wisconsin League. One more time, your final score here from Wildwood Park in Sheboygan. The A's 4, the Menasha Max nothing. I'm Nate Wolfel. Thank you very much for joining us here at SheboyganBaseball.org. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for all your support for this entire season. And hoping to see you in Menasha tomorrow afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow with the Northeastern Wisconsin League title on the line.